Hi, Dr. Jeremy.
Oh, that smells amazing.
I know. That's my new dish.
Dish? What?
Mhm.
How did you make that?
Well, I follow the recipe.
Recipe?
Yeah. Chapter 2 recipe.
Hello, my good people of YouTube. I'm Dr. Jeremy Davis,
And I'm Dr. Limor Carasso.
and we are your DC
academic
Academic
consultants.
Consultants. So first off, we want to say welcome back to the channel. This video is going to be part 2 of our How to Survive the Dissertation Process. So we are going to tackle Chapter 2 today.
So chapter 2 is actually like following a recipe. You don't just get in the kitchen, take the recipe and just put everything and bake. You have to really look at each part of the recipe in order for your outcome of the baking, cooking will be fabulous. The same with chapter 2. You have to look at it chunk by chunk and focus on each part thoroughly and in depth. What guides each chunk, it's actually part of your research question. So the main component of your research question will lead to what is the chunk that you're going to focus on.
So then we're going to move on to our next tip. And our next tip is just be as extensive as possible. So in chapter 1, we talked about that being your brief movie trailer. So in chapter 2, that is your plot where you are introducing everything in depth within the movie. So what I mean by being extensive is you want to thoroughly explain every single part of the research you are doing. Whether that is about your certain topic or research question, you're going to take that piece and make sure you explain it to the best of your ability.
One more important thing is that you need to base your research. That means you need to let other research to really do the talking. So you have to really find a lot of literature that support the point that you are trying to prove or make in order for your research to be more firm and more substantial.
And also, to go along with that, you also have to remember the importance of the academic writing piece. You are no longer saying I or we or how you feel, but it is strictly coming from the research that you found. All those articles that you've read, all of that time you spent, chapter 2 is where all of that shines. So you have to make sure you are using what the researchers say and not what you say. And then that brings us to our last point, which is the more
the better.
In chapter 2, we're going to say that an average chapter 2 could probably be from 30 plus pages on. So this is where you want to put all of that information, all of the extra information that you found, it all goes in chapter 2. The more the better is because the more you can explain the information, the better your reader will understand where you're going with your research and how to guide it.
You have to think about chapter 2 as the person that's going to read chapter 2 is a person that doesn't know anything about your research. That's why you need, as Dr. Davis said, you really have to be as elaborate as you can, and the more the better to talk about your research and the points that you want to talk about in the literature review.
And if you feel like you can't do that, there's always somewhere where you can go. And that is to your DC Academic Consultants, where you can find us at www.dcacademicconsultants.com. And also, while you are here, please like the video, share the video, let other people know about our video so we can get our algorithm out, get our names out there, and try to give people the information that they may need in order to complete their dissertation.
So thank you so much again for joining us in this chapter, and we will see you again on our next adventure.